Today we have a very controversial topic. I'm sure you guys all know by now. This year alone, 4 states have passed a heartbeat bill banning abortions as early as 6 weeks into the pregnancy. Alabama just passed a near total ban on abortion at any stage of pregnancy with no exceptions to rape or incest. I know, crazy. Today we have 2 women with 2 different experiences in life and different sentiments on the new laws being passed in our government about abortion. Today we have social worker Tiffany. You can follow her Instagram at callmetiny, and full-time mother and student Kayla, and her social media handle is Kayla G. Monchick. And today, many of the recently passed abortion laws are aimed at overturning Roe versus Wade, the 1973 Supreme Court decision that established that Americans have the right to obtain an abortion. And today we have Tiffany. I'll just introduce my friend here. Yay! Clap music, clap music. Welcome, Tiffany. How are you today?
Fine. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for your time and coming. And we also have Kayla G. Monchick. Thank you guys so much for your time, Kayla. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
That's super. I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. So today we're going to be talking about how do you ladies feel about the new laws being passed about abortion?
So I feel like I'm totally against it. I don't agree with this law that they're passing. I'm a social worker, so I work in the social work field. I've been working in it for about 3 years, roughly. And it's my background, so I went to school for it and stuff. So I work heavily in the foster care field and child welfare.
Yeah.
So I see firsthand a whole bunch of kids getting neglected or, being abused, and having parents that literally give up on them and don't want them. And you just working with it, it's tough. It's tough seeing how it affects the kids in today. Mm-hmm. So not to say that I think that I'm pro-abortion, because I'm not pro-abortion either.
Of course.
And I don't think that the argument should be pro-choice versus pro-life, because I'm not against people that choose to have babies and take care of their kids. Like, hence we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But I think that the fact that legislative is taking the right as a woman, my choice, whether I'm choosing, there's so many circumstances that I think we were discussing, like rape or incest,
mm-hmm.
or I'm simply just not ready. And some people don't agree with that. People who have kids don't agree with that.
That should be the biggest part. Like, I'm not ready. Like, that's just it.
And that's cool. Some people are like, no, pro-life, and I get that, but it's like, don't strip me of my right.
Facts. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you still want that option.
Right. I want that option as a woman. Who are you? And then legislatively, the men. You don't carry a child. You've never experienced an abortion. You've never gave birth.
And one woman passed that law. Like, how dare you? You are back against us women. All right, but I'm not.
Yeah, so I think it's insane. I don't agree with it at all. And just being on the other side too, working with kids whose parents simply didn't want them, and they didn't choose to have an abortion, and they chose to have the child for whatever reason.
They chose to have the child, but end up neglecting that child.
And I feel like that ratio is going to get greater if this law is passed. Well, the law has passed.
I agree.
So I feel like this is going to be more women giving birth to children that
they don't
that they don't want, and then the foster care system is going to go crazy. And I love my job. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think the discussion or argument should be about pro-life versus pro-choice. I think my whole argument, or my whole point of not being for it, is that you're stripping my choice as a woman. Yes. It has nothing to do with me being pro-life or pro-choice. Like, I see a lot of women arguing about that. Like, they're like,
that's like their main argument,
right? And that's not the situation. It's just like you don't even have the option to have that right as a woman, which is like insane. I think
it is insane. I feel like once we have that all the time, it keeps us like in a mental capacity where we only know one thing and think, oh, I can't have a baby at this age. But how do you feel about your financial situation? How do you feel about
do you have support?
Exactly. Do you have support? Like, how do you feel about women who have support and who have financial stability and still don't want the baby? How do you feel about that?
It's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
So now I'm getting stripped of my choice. So this is going to result in people doing things that they shouldn't be doing. I'm going to try to find, because everybody's going to find a way to get something done. If I want to get it done, I'm going to find it.
The same way they can get guns
the
any
same
way
way
they
we
want.
getting ass shots, we getting guns, we getting whatever. I'm going to find a way to get it done.
I'm going to find a way to get this abortion. Like, we're going to find a way.
You're going to end up killing yourself, or you're not going to be able to have a baby when you're ready.
Lives, if that's what you want to talk about.
Or a situation like, I know a lot of women that they chose to have an abortion not because they wanted to have it, but look, my boyfriend wasn't ready, or my baby, like, so I'm not ready to have it because he's not ready. So now I'm forced to have this baby, and I know I have to raise it on my own. Like, no,
that being a single parent, that's always something that's going to linger over your mind.
Right. And you're going to be neglectful towards your child or resent your child. I didn't want to have it. People make mistakes, and then also, I know we speak about this earlier, the law that passed, it has to be 6 weeks.
Yeah,
so
6 weeks span.
Crazy. Some women don't find out until 4 months that they're pregnant, believe it or not. And it's like, I know some women say, oh, well, you missed your period, you got to pay attention, but no, some people have their period while they're pregnant. So, what do you say about that?
And I think that goes well into the biology of women. That a lot of men don't even know. Exactly. That they don't understand the biology of women. How do you tell me I'm supposed to automatically
you can be on birth control and still get pregnant?
Still be on your period and still get pregnant. So how are you telling me? It's crazy, right? So how do you feel about the men's part in the situation, though? How do you think it really affects men?
I think I can't speak for a man, but
exactly what men should be saying about the topic on women.
I think that I've seen some posts from men, and I feel like some men were like upset too. Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that women are getting stripped of their right. But then I also see like some immature, ignorant men that's like, okay, cool. So now I can shoot up everybody's club, and
and then I have all these kids.
Yeah, like. And some might be upset too, because like, I'm not trying to have all these kids out here either,
Exactly.
So it's like, I want Shorty to have an abortion, or that have to work, because they're essentially getting trapped. And also, this affects you also.
It does. Yeah.
If you're not ready to have a kid, now you got me pregnant. Abortion is not an option. So now what
you want me to do now? Like,
so how many people have casual sex? How many people have sex with people that you shouldn't be having sex with? You're not trying to get
high percentage.
Okay,
a high percentage.
Think about, and I know for men, they're more. I mean, this might sound sexist, but they're more likely to have sex with a bunch of women that they don't have any ties to.
Yeah, they don't have standards. So when it comes to having sex, you know what I'm saying?
Now you get all these girls pregnant. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Have all these kids.
You'll be like, okay, all you women have that baby. Now you're having child support on child support with all these 5 different.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Child support.
Exactly. Look at that. Like, look at that. That really affects the men. So men should really want like, why would you want to go busting every woman that you have intercourse with, and then be like, yeah, you guys can have that baby, bro? You're gonna have to pay for all that child support. You can't marry all those women.
They should be just as upset as us now that I think about it.
They should be just as upset. Men should definitely be just as upset. Like, this is what I did, and I know for a fact that all those like legislators who be having mistresses and stuff, they be giving their mistress abortion. So they should better watch what they're doing if they're gonna do that, right?
Absolutely. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. So they should be upset and advocating like we're advocating.
Exactly. So how do you feel about the children and like the actual children that are who parents didn't want them, because you said you work in the foster care system, whose parents didn't want them, and how do you feel about their life expectancy and how they're brought up to this world, like their mental capacities?
I feel like I work with a lot of kids that are traumatized, and dealing with trauma on a daily is a challenge. And just trying to go through life in foster care is a challenge within itself. So you feel like the odds are against you. You don't realize this until I have the experience of working with them, like how essential it is to have even one parent in your life, and having the lack of guidance, how it'll affect you, because you'll be out here acting crazy, like, and you have no guidance, so you don't even know you're acting crazy. So you just they're all looking for love in the wrong places. I work with teenage girls who are being sex trafficked, and it's like happening right here. Like, it's happening on Governor Road, it's happening on Fordham Road. Like, you have no, like, the things that you witness, you're like, oh my God, I had no idea. So
like, that happens in America? Wow, I thought we were great again.
Right. So I thought that this was something. I thought this was like, I was like ignorant to it too. I thought this like happening in Europe and
Europe,
It's
so
like
the Middle East.
it's literally happening down the block. Like, it's insane. And almost like I can say 95% of all of the girls I've ever worked with, the core of it is I want my family. Like, my mom didn't care about me. My dad hasn't been in my life. Like, I had the streets that raised me. And if the streets are your friends and I need some money and I'm looking for somebody to love, and you get into the wrong guy who's out here preying on these little girls, and you're having sex with like 30 to 40 guys a day for like $20, literally. Like,
wow,
it's crazy.
Okay, Kayla, thank you so much for your time. And I just wanted to know, as a new mom, how do you feel about the new abortion bans happening currently?
Okay, so personally, being a young mother myself, I can say I love my son to death, and if I could do it all over again, I would, with no regrets. But before becoming a new mom, I had a lot of doubts because I'm a full-time student. I just started being independent, having my new home, like adjusting to independence. So I had a lot of doubts, but
Doubts on, like, if you can really take care of a child?
yes, if I'm ready to be a full-time mom. Now, with that, I personally feel like if you decide to bring a child into this world, it should be for you, not for a relationship. So if you decide on, I'm going to bring this child to this world and I'm going to be a mother, you have to have the mindset of, I'm going to do this regardless if I'm a single mom or not. You shouldn't do it depending on, if the father is not going to be there, how am I going to do this? If you're ready to do it, and I mean, with being a mother, even if you are rich, it's some financially stable, it's some struggles in some way. So you shouldn't make that decision unless you yourself is ready to stand that ground and be a mother. Now, with this new abortion law, I agree with it to the extent where I feel like some females take advantage of the right to have an abortion.
The privilege of being able to do
privilege to have an abortion. I feel like it is a woman's right because it's a woman's body, so no one else should have any say of what to do. You shouldn't bring a child into this world if you're not ready to be a parent. Now, as Tiffany was saying with the foster care system, it's a lot of kids in there that their parents bring them in this world to put them in that.
Yeah.
Whereas a child didn't ask to be here. So why bring a child into this world to bring them through abuse and suffering and all of this when they didn't ask to be here? You had that option to have an abortion. To be a parent, you have to be cautious, wrap your willy up, and you just have to be straightforward. For men, you have to think of any female that you decide to have sex with without a contraceptive. That can possibly be the mother of your child. So if you're not ready for that, you need to be cautious and you need to use contraceptive. I don't feel like it's an excuse for men to go out and have unprotected sex with these women and then feel like they could just tell a woman, oh, go get an abortion. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not right.
Because you had that choice to put on and on a condom.
Yeah, you had the choice.
You have this real mental decision to really be like, damn, he told me to go get an abortion. Should I really go get it, or do I really want to have this kid? That's a real decision. Mm-hmm. Choosing to put on a condom is like choosing what sneakers are you gonna wear today. So wear these sneakers or that sneakers. Mm-hmm. That's the choice men have. And so now you left a final decision up to the woman.
Mm-hmm. And just like how you have to think, oh, if I wear a condom or if I do this, there's this, I can get this disease and I can get this disease. You have to think, if I wear condoms, this person could potentially be the mother of my child.
Or potentially be the person to give me an HIV.
Yes, exactly. It should be an importance on that level. Mm-hmm. So I feel like now with this new law, to be honest, it's going to be a lot of, like even right now, we have a lot of cases where children are abused. It's been a lot going on lately. A lot, where sometimes it's like every other day it's something with a child being abused. Mm-hmm. You have to think like something's really going on. This new law, I don't really agree with it in that sense, because now I feel like the child abuse level is going to be high. Mm-hmm. Mental, emotional stability, mental stability is going to affect them. Mm-hmm. because now women are being forced. Like we were talking about before, a lot of women don't find out that they're pregnant until a long time further in their pregnancy.
Because of what? Like the things women go through.
Yeah, and everybody's body is different. You can be on birth control and still get pregnant. You can still have your period and still get pregnant. You cannot. There's women that don't find out they're pregnant until 6 months. Now, prior to this abortion law, I don't feel like it should have been a law where it should have restricted the rights, but maybe a time sense. 6 weeks is a little too early because that's right after your missed period. Yeah. But before that, a woman had the right to get an abortion until 6 months. Mm-hmm. Most women have a belly at 6 months. It's beyond an embryo. Exactly. So I feel like it's a zygote. Yeah. At that point. So I feel like it's wrong in that sense for women who do that, but it is some women, because I know some women personally who they know they're pregnant.
It's already like a form.
Yes.
Okay.
I know some people who find out they're pregnant early in their pregnancy, and they thought about abortion, they made a attempt, and they just couldn't do it. And now they look back at it and think of like, I wish I didn't do this. So that's why I agree, like every woman should have that right, because it's your human right. It's your body. No one else should be able to tell you what you should do with your body. Like, it's like you're telling, you can't. If that's the case, you might as well tell these women they can't get plastic surgery. They need to be acceptance of how their body is.
I totally agree.
I feel like it's on the same level. It is on the same level.
It's surgery, and those surgeries, the getting butt implants, lipo, and all that can affect the way your fertility rate is. So if you're wanting to help protect women's bodies and help protect these children, start from things that are superficial. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And like I said, the child abuse level, I'm telling you, it's going to increase, because now we have a lot of women that's going to be forced to bring these children in this world, and that affects them emotionally and mentally, where it's going to increase the abuse, because now we have a lot of women that's going to be forced into bringing these children into the world, and when they're not mentally and emotionally stable. And that's what affects a lot of women now, even where they, especially with even postpartum, they feel like they can't manage the children right now, and
especially with postpartum. How do you deal with that and the effects of that? Because we want to know, like, what does it truly mean to be a mother, and how does that affect you, your body physically, your mental capacity physically?
Wait, pause. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's a whole different topic.
It actually isn't, because imagine an 11-year-old woman is being vetted to
for me right now, like, to talk about postpartum, that's a whole different shit.
Oh, I see.
That's a whole different.
It's like it's so much that you can't even put into it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a whole nother video. I was just saying. But continue.
So yeah, even with like postpartum, a lot of women don't have that strength to say, you know what? Even with a father not being a single parent, or even being a single parent, knowing that you have to take that time off to prepare yourself to be a mother,
to get educated on what it is to be a real mom.
Yeah, and dealing with those emotions of the effects of postpartum and your bodily changes. It's a lot for a woman herself. So to manage getting yourself back together and adjusting to being a new mom, it's a lot dealing with, with the acceptance of even believing like, I'm having this child, and put aside your feelings from before of how this child even came about in this world, and are you prepared?
Like, am I going to get that support from my second person?
And even
other 3 chromosomes.
And even the main question, like, am I still ready to be a mom?
Exactly.
Because
that is
you can still have a child. It's a lot of women that's out here that have children, and they're not necessarily a mom to their children.
They're not necessarily mentally, they're not, but physically they
just brought this child into this world, but they're still not accepting it. It's some women that it takes years, a couple of years, to really adjust. Like, I'm ready to be a mom. I'm ready to this child to be everything to me in this world. I'm ready to put this child first. I'm ready to
put this time into this child.
I'm ready to sacrifice everything I have to be a mom to this child. So
And how do you feel like this abortion ban really affects men?
I feel like, honestly, they don't have a say because it's not their body, but it takes two people to bring a child into this world.
It does.
So, but then again, it's the woman's body that's carrying the child for 10 months, and the woman's body that's going through that. So then again, that goes to support, having that support.
Having that support.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with both of your ladies' sentiments, and I feel like you are the epitome of what we should be listening to and what we should be going down. Like, when we're deducing conclusions about how should this really affect women, and how does this abortion law really impact on women's lives. That being said, as an intellectual and a millennial, we have to remain informed about what is going on in our legislature and not just the presidency. The majority of the congressmen are basically senile when it comes to addressing the problems that affect the disenfranchised communities. They do not represent the 59% of this country. Women are not just commodities. They are, if not in addition to, the backbone of America's workforce. We have an undeniable right to our bodies. And if Congress cannot understand the basic biology of their women denizens, how can they govern and promote equity for all Americans? Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. It's been real.